Welcome back to Delectable You, recipes for food and for life. Today we are making cauliflower macadamia nut nori rolls. I love these rolls. They're tasty, which, well, obviously I wouldn't make anything that's not tasty, but they're also packed full of nutrients and they're really easy to make. I love making these like around 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I really want to have ice cream or some kind of chocolate. Sometimes I have the chocolate, but sometimes I'll roll up one of these things and maybe have 3 rolls with my coconut aminos, and I just love them. They're also a great alternative snack. If you've got kids coming home from school around 3 or 4, you can give these to them. They're really fun because they're like sushi burritos. You can also make them for breakfast or lunch or dinner. They're basically very versatile and I love them, and so I want you to have the recipe. So let me show you what to do. Okay, as you can see, I've got a sushi rolling mat. Don't get intimidated. I used to be intimidated by these things too. There's no need. You can get one of these from Amazon for like $2, or you can go to Williams-Sonoma or some other kitchen store and pick one up. You do need one of these to roll them properly, unless you've got a piece of cardboard, and you can use that as well. Lots of do-it-yourself stuff. Okay, so that's settled. Let's move this aside for a second. We're going to need a food processor. Are you surprised? It's like my favorite piece of equipment in the kitchen. Okay, so first we're gonna add, this is about a cup and a half of chopped up cauliflower, and I did chop it up because what I want to do, oh, this is a big piece. We do not want this. Let's chop this up a little with our hands. What we are going to do is turn this into cauliflower rice, and if we've got pieces that are too big, they're not going to get incorporated, okay? So make sure it's chopped up nice and small. Okay, now macadamia nuts. These are dry roasted with sea salt. You can do raw macadamia nuts if you want to. Just know that if you do use salted macadamia nuts, you're not going to want to add as much salt to the rest of the recipe, otherwise it's going to be too salty. So we're going to add about, let's do about 1/4 to 1/2 cup, depending on how much you love macadamia nuts. I happen to love them. So I put just under 1/2 cup. Now we're going to add a handful of cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, some people have the gene where they taste cilantro like soap. If that's you, don't add it in. I don't want you to have soap tasting nori rolls. So we're going to put the handful of cilantro that's roughly chopped if you like cilantro. And then for some more green, I've got a handful of, these are power greens. It's spinach and chard and kale. If you just have spinach, that's great. We're just going to add a handful. You know what? I want a little bit less than that because I want this to be incorporated. So that works out to be like about 1/4 to 1/2 cup. Right? We are almost done. Now I'm going to put a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt in here. If you use salted macadamia nuts, just watch the salt. I love salt, so I don't mind if it's salty. If you want to decrease it though, I would put maybe just 1/2 teaspoon of salt if you use salted nuts. And then we're going to put about 1 teaspoon of coconut aminos. So coconut aminos is a great alternative to soy sauce. If you don't like soy, I don't really like soy, so coconut aminos it is. There's a little bit of sweetness to it as well, so it's like a sweet and savory treat. I love it. So let's do about a tablespoon of that. Okay, we're done. Now we're going to turn this into rice. Just press on. Okay. Okay, oh, there we go. That smells so good. Look at that. Okay, so now this is our cauliflower, cilantro, power greens, macadamia nut mash. And we are done with the food processor for now. Now we're gonna roll some sushi, or nori rolls. I keep saying sushi because it's nori sheets and I think of sushi. Okay, so where do you get these? You get these in the grocery store. You can get these at virtually any grocery store now. I think they're like $4 to $6 a package, depending on where you go. You're gonna take one of these sheets and put it down on your mat, just like this. Then you're gonna grab a spoon and we're gonna make a little pile, like a tube of filling, just like this. Boop. Okay, I don't want to go too far out to the edge because when we roll it, it's going to squish and then it's going to squish out too much. And then I gave myself about an inch here at the front end so that I have enough room to roll over top of that. So let's do a little bit more. Now, this is enough, but if you want to make it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more filling, you can add some avocado. So I took half an avocado and I cut already little strips, and I'm going to take my spoon and I'm going to take this one strip of avocado, put it here, and I'm going to take another strip of avocado and put it right there. All right, and now we're going to roll, but I need some water first. I forgot about that. Okay, so just put a little bit of water in some kind of bowl, and you're gonna take the mat and the sushi, the nori roll, you're gonna make a wave over your avocado and your cauliflower mash. And squeeze. Now lift it and roll it again, and squeeze, and lift this mat and roll it one more time. And squeeze. And now before you do your final roll, you're going to take your fingers in your water and you're going to basically form like a little glue with the water along the edge of the nori. And now you're going to do one more roll. I make these weird sounds when I roll, I don't know why. Okay, and there we go. See, it came out a little bit. There's our nori roll, and we're going to put this here. And then we're just going to repeat with the rest of our filling until we have used it all. So that's how you make those rolls. They're so easy. The only thing I would say about this is you can make the filling ahead of time, no problem. But if you make your rolls ahead of time, don't do it more than 30 to 60 minutes before you're actually going to consume them, because cauliflower has a lot of water in it. And that's going to make your nori sheets really soggy. So this is not going to be a snack that you're going to make in the morning and take with you to work. This is going to be a snack that you make ahead of time, the filling ahead of time, but that you roll 30 to 60 minutes before you're actually going to eat it. Then what you're going to do, which I will happily show you right now, is you are going to use your, if you want, your soy sauce tamari or coconut aminos, and you're going to take your roll and you're going to dip it and you're going to eat it. That is so good. That is so good. Okay. I'm going to finish making those rolls and then I'm going to devour them all because it's just about 3 o'clock and time for my snack. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been Lauren with Delectable You. I hope to see you again next time. Enjoy your rolls. Don't talk with your mouth full. It's rude, I heard.